What's going on, Steve? Can you hear me? You're on mute.
So what's going on? You're not in your car. You're not in the backyard.
I'm on a rehab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Hey, I bought that Coach, what's his name, Martin's program.
CB Martin.
Yeah. I bought that program from this guy.
What do you think?
There's a lot of loose ends in that thing.
Yeah, it's more like a guideline.
Yeah.
Again, it's not like a perfect, like nothing's perfect. So there's a lot of guidelines that you gotta.
But if you go ahead and you do this in non-judicial states, I'm sorry, you do this in judicial states where it takes forever to get these foreclosures done, you can make a lot of money.
Yep.
So that's what I'm looking. That's one thing I'm looking to do right now. So I'm just trying to find my way through the courthouse, looking at documents. Oh my God! See who's who and what's what. Trying to find out who's on the deed, and they swap it, and then there's a letter coming in the door that say you pay off in full on a mortgage. Then 3 weeks later, they send the list pendants. Oh my God! What a mess, you know. But
yeah, I bet.
I'm getting through it. Thanks for the lead on that. That was really good.
Definitely.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. Trying to wrap up this Friday and let's get ready for the weekend.
You're in the middle of a rehab there right now?
Yeah, this is my personal. We removed the popcorn ceiling.
Yeah.
So it's just a big house. If it was like a 1,500 square foot home, it would have been done in a week or two. But it's a 3,400 square foot home, so it takes a little bit longer.
You got kids?
No kids, just puppies.
Wow, a lot of room.
Yeah, I bought it for the play. I'll probably cash out like probably $250,000 once I'm done with it. So in about 5 years, I'll cash that out. So that was the play, and of course, I like the neighborhood, so that's a really good plus for me.
God bless Texas.
Yeah, definitely. That's why I ain't leaving Texas. I travel, but I come back to Texas.
Yeah, man. I hear you.
So, what do you plan to do with that CB Martin course? What's your main target?
Main target is going to be looking at properties where the people basically just walked away. You want to hear something? Now, a lot different than what you've seen in Texas, where we are. They send out a list pendants notice 2 weeks ago, and the house has been empty for 6 years. I see that all over the place, and they just keep issuing them because they keep falling out of bed. They got to keep finding this one. It's crazy, and I don't think anybody's even putting up a defense for these things. The people moved out. The house is abandoned. The bank is taking care of the house, but their name's not on the deed. They haven't gotten a foreclosure judgment, nothing. So the house is just laying there.
Yeah. Because a lot of people just think that, oh, they're going to take it. There's no other way to do it.
Well, there's counties that are out there where you get this list pendants notice, and the people are afraid they're going to be evicted like they were at the last house. And the sheriff comes, 2 sheriffs, one in the front door, one in the back, and the guns are up. And they don't want to go through that again. So they bail. So, but that's what I want to do with them. I'm not looking to buy them. Most of these are so ridiculously upside down. They give new meaning to the word upside down. So, I haven't found anything worth buying yet, but you never know.
I get you. No, but yeah, it's a great strategy. I kind of modified it in my area so that I can hold properties. Like Texas is different. Like in Texas, well, the moratoriums just got extended all the way to March 31st, and I think and they're gonna get extended all the way to probably September. So literally, I got 9 months to just coast on this property while I negotiate with the bank.
You got more than that, because now when they start in September, you don't know where you are on that list.
Exactly. So another 6 months.
You know,
Yep.
it could be another year on top of that. So
That is correct.
yeah,
So it's good. And that's what sorry about that. That's what I learned from that course. I've gotten multiple properties where I can block the foreclosure while I flip.
right.
I'm trying to get away from flipping. It's just too much. I'm not that much of an expert for flipping, so I want to get out of that. But I was able to flip 3 or 4 properties without paying any mortgages. I just knew that the balance was good enough for the seller to walk away with maybe like $5K in their pocket, and then I'll just put basically I don't buy it. I just put the repairs.
Yeah. Well, the strategy with this deal going forward is going to be we're going to lease the property on a performance lease with a separate option to buy it. And instead of trying to take advantage of people and all with this $10 routine and all that crap, but basically we're going to tell them that we'll give them, pick a number, $25,000 over whatever it takes us to clear the title. So this way you're not taking advantage of anybody, and I'm not putting anybody in for a percentage of participation. No way. I'm not going to give them a flat amount of money, and everybody likes that idea.
I get you. And that's smart, actually.
Yeah, that's also another way where they agreed to lease it. You're not taking advantage of them. You know, you didn't promise them the White House, and the whatever. So I like that idea.
I get you.
Yeah, man.
One of the things that I've learned, I haven't had any issues with this, but I only work when they leave. I don't like to have them involved in the house itself. I don't have them in the flip, or not in the flip, but living in the house. Before we do any transactions, they have to vacate the property.
Yeah. Rick asked me just now what program we're talking about. It's the one with Coach Martin, if anybody wants to comment on it. But it's with Coach, what's his name? Coach Pat Martin.
Pat Martin, yeah.
Yeah. You can do a search online and find them. Do a search on Facebook and find them. Pretty cool. But don't take it all the way it is. You gotta. It's like you were just saying, that it's more or less like an outline, So.
Anyway. Yeah, definitely. And again, there's no course out there that can teach that can guarantee you anything. So one of the things that, again, that's why a lot of people get upset, because they go within the idea that, I'm guaranteed something. Well, no, nobody guaranteed. You think if something was guaranteed, they will have it that cheap? Like, no, they wouldn't. It's basically a concept, and you learn from there.
An outline, like you said.
Yep.
That's
and you
true.
take risk. You gotta take risks. You can't be on the sidelines and expect to make some money. You gotta take risk. Again, a lot of people don't like to take risks. So that property that I called last week, I don't know if you were here. You probably came in late.
Yeah.
She called me back. She wanted 50. I told her 50 don't work for me. 35 was the max. So I've had her follow. Supposedly she has a buyer, but I'll follow up with her probably Monday. Just let her know. So basically, I got the lead. I skipped traces. I spoke to the neighbor. I texted the neighbor on 6 p.m. The neighbor said, okay, I'll email the owner. And then the owner called me at 8 p.m. And we talked. Okay, let me talk to my boss. I always put in my boss. And then I called her the next day. Yeah, well, I spoke to my boss. He can do probably between 20 to 35K, but I know that doesn't work for you. It's probably better that you list it. Have you gone into the property? Is there any repairs? Like, no, it does need repairs. Like, oh, wow. Yeah, that's gonna throw a curveball, but you probably have like 10K in your pocket, right, to do some repairs. And she's like, no, I don't have that. So again, yeah, squeezing it. And again, oh, you know what? It sounds good. You know what? Let me go ahead and call you in a week. Hopefully it's sold. And if not, we can work something out in a week. So again, pushing her away. If I get her at 35, I already have a buyer of 50. So it works. The one in the SEO that I contracted it at 103, I'm gonna ask for a discount to 95. I already have it sold at 139. So that's gonna be the spread for that one.
Cool.
And that's just the SEO, just my videos. Because I was telling, who was I talking to? One of my investors, like, yeah, there's tons of people now doing the real estate business. Like, yeah. One of the things that I built was SEO. People, like, when you Google my number, it has what I've done for the last 3 years, like properties that I flipped, et cetera, et cetera. So that creates social proof. When you Google other people's numbers, it just says like scam or unknown number. You know, when you Google your own number, if it's an old number, you have some information. But if it's a brand new number, it doesn't have anything. So that kind of throws a curve. But you know what? I'm not gonna sell my house to this guy that number I can't even find. So that's helped me a lot.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yep. It just matters just SEO in it.
Hey, Arturo.
What's going on, brother?
What's going on? On the SEO side of things, when you do that, sometimes people will search, I buy a home, I want to sell my house, but we have on the SEO keywords on I buy houses, right? Is it gonna match or is it gonna be a little bit different when people search? It needs to be the exact phrase that people are searching.
What was that? Well, it's again, the algorithm again, I'm not that smart with the algorithm of how what's it called? The SEO algorithm works. But what I did is basically I bought this software called the Video Blaster.
Yeah.
And basically what this Video Blaster does, it pulls from Google and it pulls from YouTube, which is kind of the same search engine. And I put we buy houses or I buy houses, and it scans through all of them and it gives you like a bulk of keywords of what other videos are using. So you piggyback on those, and then you just get the ones that you want. And then of course you remove the city. Let's say they're SEOing for San Antonio. You put it for your local city.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's a bunch of keywords. I don't know how it works. I just know that that's the simplest way that I can put it, where I don't do SEO. I just put it in a Video Blaster. I think that was $80 that I bought like 3 years ago. It's a software. I put what I want to search for. It searches through Google and YouTube for the top videos. And then it pulls keywords. It puts title headings, and it pulls descriptions and the tags. And then you get to pick the ones that you want.
Right.
Yeah. What's going on, guys? It's a sunny, fresh day here in my area.
Wow.
It's very cold in New Jersey.
16 degrees here.
It's 16 degrees.
16 degrees on Long Island.
That's too much. That's crazy weather. That's crazy weather. I think I'm right now like at 70.
Have you done anything with FedEx and them a cell phone yet? The ones you can't get on the phone? You're still working on that.
I got 3 people that I'm in contact with from the pre-foreclosures, and they have enough spreads. So, and I told them I got to meet with you guys either today, tomorrow, or Sunday, because the auction is on Tuesday.
Oh, jeez.
So yeah, and I have one. Let me see if I can show you this. Yeah. So I paid the attorney already $1,000 for one of them for legal services. You see legal services to block one of them. So he gives me a good price because I have multiple contracts with him. But if it were just a regular person, it's gonna be $2,500.
So what's your plan with that house? What are you gonna do with it?
That's probably a flip. Yeah, it's a cosmetic flip. It's literally what I'm gonna do. I think they got the mortgage was for 110 10 years ago. They probably owe like 80. Let's say they owe 80 with fees and everything. Let's say they went to 70 and then now they're back to 80 with fees. I'll give her $5K to her to walk. Plus I'll pay the $1,000 to these people. I'll pay $1,000 to clean it up. And then I'll list it for 139. Because it's clean. That house fully remodeled is probably 179. But I'll list it for 139. I'll probably sell for 129. So I'll make the difference. Let's say I make 30K in the middle. And again, that's a hotel. I'm not gonna put anything. That if it was a full rehab where it has to like tear down the walls and everything, I might get it for myself and then pass it to another investor that loves to do rehabs. That has a system and has the team, and that's all he does. He doesn't do anything creative. He just does full rehabs.
Get in and get out. Yeah.
Get in, get out. Yeah. I don't like to be in the middle. If it's cosmetic for me means just clean up, pay somebody $100 for the day to wipe down the house, mop, broom. That's it. Yeah, that's it. And if that property would have been better, I would have just kept it. But again, 30K is 30K. I mean, it's fast money. So that's the one that I got ready. So I paid the guy because I went to pay for another property that I have there. So I like, let me pay you for this one, and let's go from there.
You using any private money? You doing it all yourself?
For this one, I'm literally just using my own money, which will be probably $5K to the seller, $1,000 for the attorney.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
$1,000 to fix. I already have the paperwork.
Yep.
And I'll probably be in it probably 8,000.
Yeah. I mean, I thought you were. I lost track. You were writing them a check and just paying paying the house off. You're not doing that. I got you. Yeah. Okay.
If I don't have to, I won't.
Yeah.
I won't. Yeah, I don't like to. We had a meeting on Tuesday with the local investors, and I was like, you know, guys, I don't like to spend my own money. Like, I don't like to use my money to buy it. I don't like to say, oh, I bought it cash. That's for me I'm not there yet. Maybe when I'm older and I have millions and millions and millions of dollars, then I'll be bragging about, oh, I paid it cash. But if I can tell you, I know I paid it creative. How much out of pocket? 0, 1,000, 3,000. Where a house is worth as much, yeah, just $3,000.
And you'll still be doing this podcast, see?
Yep. It's fun. What's it called? It's fun when you're able to become creative and not having to pay for everything all at once. And some of this, some of these investors, that's the only way they know is just paying in cash, which is good. But when they hear me saying, "What do you mean you just paid this much?" Like, yeah, I just did this. And they're like, "Oh wow!" Next, and I kind of give it like an overview, like a 30,000 foot view, and they're like, that's too complex. So that's why they'd rather just buy it cash.
Yeah, right.
So what's up, guys? Any questions? Any things you guys want to do? Any deals you guys working on?
Hey, Ace, what's the best? I know we've talked about this before, but who's the best VA to use? What?
Well, I've been using that lady, Carolinda. She's working good. Again, it depends on what you pay for. There are some ones that are a little bit higher that like $9-10 the hour that do almost perfect work. And there's ones that I have a VA that I pay $3 the hour, which I get $3 worth of quality, which I can still work.
Where are you at?
So that's what I do from my area. But again, it all depends what you want, Larry. What type of VA are you looking for? Are you looking for to do calls? You looking to do clerical work?
Send emails and texts and calls.
Yeah, you can probably just hire one for like $3, maybe $2. If you go back an hour, yeah. If you go back one time, Michael showed us how to get a VA for $2 the hour, and it worked. Because again, those type of VAs are just simple, follow the little bouncing ball. Nothing complex. I don't tell you to do any numbers. I don't tell you to do any negotiations. Just I'll record a video. I'll send it to you. Do this all the time. You know what I mean? They're literally an avatar. Like the VA that I have right now, I literally send a voicemail. Hey, I want you to text this guy, and then she types it out and she sends it.
Okay, so
why I paid $3 for her.
Justin had a girl on, I think it was a week ago Saturday. Was that who you used? I don't remember what her name is. She said, did I catch her right? She said she charges $1,500 for setting everything up.
Yeah, some of them charge you for I don't know. Again, I don't know. I think I her name is Stakes. I think it's her last name. I know her in the real estate.
Yeah, that's right, Stakes.
But yeah, she charges you for basically vetting the VA, preparing it for what you need it, and then here you go. Because again, there is a learning curve. Like if you hire a VA from just from the work source, you have to literally teach her everything. So that's like a learning curve. Like it depends how good of a teacher are you. Can you teach somebody to understand quickly, or it takes you a long time to teach somebody? Because if it does, then it might be worth it you paying the $1,500 for a VA that can day one they're ready.
All right.
But if I recall, she had two different programs, one that they manage and one that they don't manage. The one that they're not going to manage, I think they charge $700 or $800, $1,000 for. The one that they manage, you're paying an extra premium. You're paying $7 an hour, but I think they only charge $200 or $300 for that.
There's a VA company that is called the VA Dream Team. I think it's $9 the hour, 2-month commitment, full-time or part-time. And that's basically they're ready to go. So like that's gonna be my next what's it called for this year is literally I'm gonna pay a little bit more for a VA that gives me a little bit more time, because I want to start venturing to another source. Because my goal for this year is to create another 4 to 5 new sources of income, revenue streams. So I need somebody that can still run my area. I have my personal VA that I literally give the leads to my calling VA. I'll have my calling VA do the calls. I'll have my calling VA do the random, like the entry-level negotiations, and then I'll come in, hey, Ace, you need to get on the call. This guy's ready to go. Negotiate with him, lock him up, send him the contract. That's what I want. But basically, I'm pointing the VA to where I want to look, and then I'm telling the VA, yeah, go ahead, dig the hole, and when you come to the chest of gold, you call me, hey, come open the chest of gold. So that's how I'm leveraging my time. But again, I gotta pay a little bit more premium so that I can rely on the quality of VA. Because if I try to do that if I try to let go of my business for a $3 VA, it's not gonna work.
I like the fact that she was managing these people. She had a
Yeah.
decent plan going on.
The good thing about the VA Dream Team that I was telling, it's also managed by them. Like you tell them what you want to do, you point it to, and then the head company manages those VAs.
And they'll do part-time and full-time?
I think so.
Because if you bring that lady that was on a couple of weeks back, if you want her to manage them, I think you can only go with full-time people. So.
Okay, yeah, it's better for them as far as the money wise. It has to be a full-time.
Yeah.
For it to be something that works out for them. What's going on, guys? Any questions? Any deals you got anyway? I know Mark wanted me to make some calls. I don't know if you want me to. Again, it's kind of echoey here, but I can still make some calls and see how that turns out.
Hey, I wanted to ask you about. I got a deal that I'm working on that is. So it's a wholesale deal on a fourplex in Mississippi, and I got somebody. I kind of got screwed up, but we were doing a JV deal on it, and the guy brought in a buyer, but the guy wants to do like a conventional loan on it, that the end buyer does.
Okay.
So, since it's a wholesale deal, I don't really know if it's going to work out, but do you know, like with lenders that you've dealt with or whatever, when you're actually getting, well, they usually, do you think they would take an assignment deal?
How big is the spread?
We got it for 120, under contract for 120. They're buying it for 140.
So it might work. The way again, in buyer's lender won't allow you to do any assignment.
Right, that's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah.
They might let you do at a marketing fee, but you have to have the buyer pay you the marketing fee.
Correct.
So you have the mercy of the buyer, but you have to literally recluse yourself from the contract and then have a contract directly from the seller to the end buyer.
Okay.
So you're just at the mercy.
Yeah.
The other way is just double close. Basically,
right. That's kind of what we're thinking, but
yeah. So there's a company, I think I have it here, from New York, the one that I use locally. what's his name? Basically, what you do is gonna be probably like how much is the 120? So it might be like maybe like $1,500.
Okay.
So basically, you're gonna do you already have the contract with the end buyer?
He just sent it over today, so
So
that's
once you lock it up, I'll send you the number. You contact this guy. Hey, I already have a AB contract signed up and a B to C contract signed up. I need you to come in and double close and
Okay.
transact my money. So basically, then you gotta have to get in contact with the title company and tell you know what, I'm gonna double close and I'm gonna bring transactional funds in
right.
from this lender and give the
Okay.
lender info, and then the lender from New York is gonna send a package to a title company of what he needs.
Okay.
So you basically gonna be the kid between the two parents. You gotta be going this way and this way. Yeah, because if you don't, they'll let it drag. You
Yeah.
literally have to be, hey, what's next? Oh, what's next? Hey, what next? Hey, what next?
Right.
So
Yeah,
basically,
and
go ahead.
well, I was just in all the years I've been in this business, I've never done a double close before. So it's
Me neither. It was the first one that I did.
Mhm.
And in my area, people don't double close in my area,
Mhm.
especially with with bank buyers. But I got it done because I had to,
Gotcha.
and that was
Okay.
like a 20K.
Uh-huh.
Only if it would have been like a 10K assignment, it might not work because your fees will eat it up. It's still like 7,000 in the middle,
Right.
but again, that's if everything goes right.
Okay.
But with 20,
So
right, you might get 20, you might get 19. If something goes wrong,
Right.
you still get 15.
Right.
Now, is your end buyer
Yeah,
gonna
so you pretty much got to go ahead.
go ahead, Melissa? So basically, you got to make sure most likely your end buyer is gonna get an inspection, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So make sure that you're on it. Hey, okay, we have time. When are you gonna get the inspection done? When are you gonna get the appraisal? And you know what? Hey, buyer, give me the number of the inspector. Hey, buyer, give me the number of the appraisal. Because you have to be the secretary.
Yeah.
You gotta be calling them because they're on your time clock.
Gotcha. Okay. That sounds
That's
good.
the way I did it for mine. I was able
Uh-huh.
to get a lender, transactional lender locally, to get locally funding, contact with my local title attorney, title escrow company. And then I was able to negotiate, okay, you need this, you need this, you need this. And then also on the other side with the buyer, hey, set up the inspection, hey, set up the appraisal, hey, call me, give me the number for the inspector, let me call him. Hey, are you available? When you come in and make sure that everything gets done on the clock.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you very much.
ask your title company if you're going to use. Maybe they've got a transactional funder that they do general business with all the time. It'll make
Right.
the system go a lot smoother.
Okay.
They might
We're
have
it's in Mississippi, so it's an attorney state, I think. So,
You know, the attorney you're going to use in Mississippi might even want to go.
okay. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, there you go.
Say, what is it? What is really transactional funding? It's a joke.
I
As long as
know.
the deal goes the way it's supposed to, shit, that's extra
Yeah.
money. It's beer money for the weekend.
Totally. Okay.
it,
That's a great idea, Steve.
it's called doubleclose.com.
Okay.
I think that's the website.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Hey, did you get is there any large repairs or was it minimal?
No, it's all minimal. It's nothing big.
Okay, so this retail buyer, he's probably a new investor and
He
he's
is.
probably just using his traditional loan just to get his first property.
Yeah, he is a new investor. I had a big long talk with him this morning, so I'm already doing the parenting thing. So,
Yeah. To build a list of buyers like that as well, because they generally pay more.
right. Yeah, no, he's paying more than, definitely paying more.
That's
So
good.
Yeah,
Sweet.
retail buyers pay a little bit more.
he's a retail buyer for sure.
But that's why I got this one, because when I got this one, people wanted to buy it at 95, but I was able to sell it at 120.
Yeah.
It
Okay,
was
cool.
50.
Well, that's good. Yeah, he sent me the lender and the attorney, who I called them both, and neither one of them answered.
Oh yeah, that's you literally have to be the kid between the two parents. You literally have to be, hey mom, give me this, mom, give me this,
right.
mom.
That's a
Because
great
otherwise,
analogy, dude. Totally.
Get paid.
That's a great analogy. Thank you so much.
Welcome, brother. Any questions, guys?
What do you, Mark? You probably could have bid that property for more, couldn't you?
It's been kind of a tough one, actually. It's a 4-unit place in kind of a shitty part of town. I was talking about it a little while ago.
Okay.
It's the one where one of the tenants shot one of the other tenants' car.
That's
Yeah.
not good. Let it run.
Well,
Let it run.
That's already
Yeah.
10 grand off then.
Yeah. So, but she's in jail now.
Is that a good
Sweet.
or a bad thing?
It's a good thing. So,
Crazy, man. But yeah, again, you'll learn how to overcome an obstacle when it's in front of you. Like that's one of the main keys in this business. Don't try to think, oh, what about this? What about this? What about this? No, just keep on going. And once you see the hurdle in front of you, then either you can't jump it yourself. Hey, Steve, hey, Melesio, throw me a life jacket.
right. Well, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this double close just so that I can get the experience to do it, or try to do the double close just to get the experience. So that
The good thing about that, now you know that if you go straight to retail, if you know you have the double close people in your back pocket, you
right,
can make an extra 10K on every deal if it's
totally,
good enough to pass inspections.
yeah,
Yeah.
perfect,
Yeah.
awesome, great. Hey, I gotta run. Thank you so much, Ace. I really appreciate it. Sorry about screwing that thing up yesterday, but I'll get you set up next week.
Don't worry, it's gonna cost you an extra $500.
Perfect.
So what's
All
up,
right.
guys?
Thanks, you guys.
Welcome, Mark.
Thanks,
All
Mark.
right, bud.
See you later.
Well, I
You
am
guys
a
got-
lady. I'm a lady. So what's up, guys? But I am a lady.
Sorry, man.
What's up, lady?
How you doing? It's nice to meet you. I hear you all the time. You're
Oh.
great. You're a great trainer too yourself. So nice meeting you. My name's Roslyn. I've been in the business 28 years.
Oh, oh, that's a lot of time.
Yeah.
What type? Everything like real estate or like what's?
Real estate's in my blood. So yeah, I did a lease. My first deal was when I was like 22. I did a lease option in Ohio. I tied it up for like $100. It was 6 acres. It was a lease option. That was my first lease option. And then recently I just did 2 flips. I made 122 on one, and the second one we broke even because my partner had broke up with his girlfriend and he had to pull his money out. So I end up losing $90,000, but at least it was never my money. So you can't cry when it ain't your money. So
That's exactly what I tell you. Hey, just play with the bank's money. Don't play with your own.
Yeah.
What's been your again? What state are you in?
I'm in Massachusetts, so I'm looking for anybody want to JV with me in Massachusetts. I'm in Massachusetts. I'm in the South Shore area with the lower price is, but I grew up in Jamaica Plain where the higher price is. I'm in, Brookline, Jamaica Plain, all them areas right there.
What is your average house price?
Oh, in Boston, it's over $1 million. It's like $500,000 and up.
I was like, that's why when you say you made 122K, like, man, that's a big.
That was a deal with just a single family, believe it or not. What it is was my best friend. She was going in foreclosure. The bank, so we took over the payments and we just did a little painting job and everything. My partner messed up the kitchen. We were supposed to put a new kitchen, but he never finished the kitchen, so the job wasn't done. So we end up selling it. We end up selling it like 550, and then my partner at the last day ruined the floors, bringing in the refrigerator because you have to have a stove in there for the loan that they was getting, conventional loan. At least have to have a sink or a stove or something like that. And we ended up getting it short, so it was 510. We would have made more than that. We probably would have made 150 on that.
Oh wow, that's good. Like that. See, in my area, if you make 30K on a flip, you're good.
Yeah, absolutely.
So in your area, so that's probably the average.
Yeah, that's in the Massachusetts, but where I'm at now, the average is shooting. It used to be like 220, 250. Now Brockton went up to like 320, 330. It's coming like Boston now because everybody from Boston can't afford the $1 million houses. So now they all coming out here. So it's a gold mine out here where I'm at now. So I'm learning from all of you all how to pick it up.
Definitely. What county is that?
That's a South Shore area. It's on Brockton, Mass. Plymouth. I'm right near. I'm not too far from the Cape. I'm like only an hour away from the Cape, Wareham, in area.
Okay, perfect. That's
Hmm.
good. That's good. Definitely. Again, yeah, that in my area, my average value is probably like 170. It's been
Yes.
going up. It was 150 like last year. Now it's 170. People are getting much better interest rates. They're borrowing a little bit more.
Okay, so once you bring your business out here, and I'll JV with you, and let's make some real money out here. Let's
Yeah,
get
no,
these
that's what I was asking you.
$500,000
That's what-
properties.
Yeah, that's what I was asking you for your county. You're like, let me go to your county, let me see what I can find there, and then I'll just shoot you what I can find.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll do it, and we'll do partnership. I ain't got no
Yep.
problem with it.
Yep, perfect, perfect.
Thank you. Thank
What's
you.
been your most creative deal since you have a lot of time in this business? Like, what's been your most again, your hardest deal that you had to go creative and you actually pull it through and you make some money in the back end?
My first deal in real estate, because I'm an agent too. So my first deal in real estate was unbelievable. The mortgage was not going to go through. It was horrible. It was like we tried everywhere, every bank and everything. But since I was a go-getter, I called every mortgage person that was out there to get the deal done, and I did. That's basically what I can tell you. I think I called about 50 loan officers, mortgage officers at the time, and then I finally found one. I just told everybody, never give up. There is always a solution to the problem, always.
Yep, that is true.
Especially if it's a good deal. So it was being a new agent, I wanted to make, I just got my license, and it was a week later, I already tied up a buyer to buy a property, and I was closing it no matter what. I had to have a story.
You had to, right?
Yeah. I was crying and everything, and nobody knew I was crying. I was like, this still gonna happen. I gotta pay my bills. And I made $4,200 for me, 4,000, just seeing
Oh, it's a
two
lifeline.
zeros. It was a lifeline. It was my first deal, just seeing a check in real estate. I was excited. I never knew I can do it.
That was
And now
shut up money. You see?
that's it. That's it.
That makes it true, right?
Yes.
But
I
yeah,
love it.
guys. Any other backgrounds that you guys want to talk about, your experiences, anything, any deals that again, if you guys want me to call any number, I'll call. Again, I'm not willing to fall on my face. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I just got off the phone with an attorney, and it was like music to my ears. He said he hate banks.
What state is that in? That's in your state?
Huh?
That's in your state?
In Pennsylvania. I got to find one in New Jersey too. But I just got off the phone with it. He said, I hate banks. He said he's been fighting the banks for like 30 years. I said, man, that's music to my ears.
Yeah.
So we have a virtual appointment on Tuesday at 3:30.
Nice.
And I bet you he has friends that also hate banks, that are attorneys as well.
Yes.
Yep.
There you go. That's attorney for the Coach Martin, what's it called? For the foreclosure protection and everything, those attorneys that hate banks with a vengeance, like with passion.
So can you just recall what you're talking about on topic of that? Is that something with the foreclosures? I heard you say foreclosures. So this gentleman is trying to build relationships with lawyers that do foreclosures, and they just hate banks. You
want to explain, Vernon, or you want me to go on it?
Well, you explain because you're the one that brought it to the forum.
So basically, there's this coach called Coach Martin that does pre-foreclosures cash cows.
Okay.
Properties that are pre-foreclosure, the owners left, the house is there, it's gonna get foreclosed. We contact the owner, we negotiate something. This is basic theory. We negotiate with him a rental agreement where they get 30% of the rent, we get 70% of the rent. And in the meantime, we block foreclosures. Let's say block it, and we block it. We can block it for like 2-3 years. Nice. We don't pay rent. We don't pay insurance. As far as for the mortgage, we just pay renter's insurance, and we get somebody in there for like, let's say $2,000. We keep 15. The owner keeps $500, and we cash cow it.
Nice.
And we need an attorney that literally hates banks with a passion, and knows ways how to block foreclosures. Now, good. The way that I do that in my area is to do my flips or to do my buy and holds, where I can negotiate the bank so long that they can't foreclose on my property, that they literally, you know what, Ace, what the fuck do you want for the house, man?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Because they can't foreclose on it. Now, the reason why it hurts banks, I used to be a lender.
Yeah.
It hurts banks when they don't foreclose on a property, is that if they have a pre-foreclosure on their sheets, that means they get penalized and they can lend that amount times 10. So if
Nice.
they have 200K in the books as a bad loan, they can lend 2 million worth of
Okay.
that was back then, 2 million worth of loans. So what is it? How much money can you make in 2 million if you ask the bank? Well, we make 500K on 2 million. Well,
Okay.
settle with this guy.
Okay.
They have a mortgage for
Lights,
2.
man.
You just this guy 150.
Okay.
Allow him to pay say 150, take a loss of 50K right now,
Mhm.
but make 400K on the back end. With an
Nice.
income. So that's
Nice.
and the only way you can have a bank to his knees and do that is when you block it and block it and block it and block it and block it until they realize this fucking guy is smart. He has the right team. You know what? Let's just settle. Let's take this loss.
Okay.
If
Nice.
it's an investment company, or it's a small community bank, or it's an investor, you got it made.
Really? Wow.
You teach
Yeah,
that,
because
Arturo?
it's not like you're going up against the Bank of America or something like that. Different ballgame, you know.
Is this now? And where? Okay, hold on one second. And where do we find these leads like that? You know, to find these people. You know, the is that what the vacant properties? Is that
These
what we
are all, again, the first trigger is pre-foreclosures.
the
Again, I'm
pre-foreclosure?
not a realtor. You know, you can buy a list of pre-foreclosures, right?
Yeah, right. No, I could just get a list.
So you can do two things: either
MLS.
get a list of the pre-foreclosures, and then the easiest ones, the low-hanging fruits, are the ones that are pre-foreclosure and they're vacant.
Yes.
Or left, they gave up. But if you
Right.
call them, hey, you know what? Hey, are you down to getting $300 a month about with your house?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, let's sit down real quick. Let's talk real quick.
Okay. Now we're gonna do a training on that. That'd be nice training. We can get a training from beginning to end. How we can.
Yeah, we can do that. That's also the coach Pat Martin. But yeah, the basic concept is it's simple. Just get a property that's vacant, pre-foreclosure.
Mhm.
Get a seller that's moved out.
Mhm.
Negotiate with the seller a profit split. Get the
Yeah.
contracts in.
Yeah.
Make sure the house, again, the house has to be livable. It
Right.
can't be a house that's torn down. It has to be a house that literally they were living in it,
Yeah.
and they just decided, you know what, let's leave because we're gonna get kicked out.
All right. Now, how if you got squatters in there? How you work with that with the squatters in there?
And if you got squatters, and that's another curveball. You gotta literally go, hey, squatters, how much you guys want to leave?
Okay.
That's the easiest way to negotiate with anybody that you want to leave their property, to leave a property of yours.
Okay.
Because if you get the cops in there, they get mad.
All
Say,
right.
hey, bro, how much do you want to leave?
Yeah.
Make me a number.
Yeah.
$500, I'll give you 2. Perfect. Leave.
Okay. Thank
Because
you.
if they don't agree, then you get the cops involved. But again, you get bees better with what's it called, with vinegar, with honey than vinegar. That
You
saying.
you almost you get
Somewhere
more
there,
sugar.
somewhere.
You get more sugar with honey, I guess, something like that.
Some shit like that.
Yeah. You did good.
So that's basically the concept, and it works. A lot of people, if you go to foreclosure, there's some pre-foreclosures that are vacant, brand new houses that are vacant. But yeah, definitely. And again, we can do a case study. We can call some pre-foreclosures, drive some areas. So yeah, what's going
Yeah,
on?
I get a list going.
What's going on, Melesio?
Yeah, I'll get a list going, and maybe we can do some calls.
Yeah, I'll call, man. It's a simple. Like I was telling Mag, I don't know. I think he left.
No, I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, because I don't see you. Oh yeah. Oh, because you're not in the picture. So basically, the call is real simple. Again, I always put it on somebody else. I never put it on myself. But I'm sharp when they tell me, like he was telling me, oh, can you put me on? Can you take me out of my list? Your list? I'm like, what list are you talking about, sir? And be serious. Your tonality changed. Or hey, what's that? To what list are you talking about? And shut up. Be like, the list you're calling. No, I only have I have a number and I have an address. That's it. You probably got me confused with somebody else, sir. You see how my tonality changed? They're gonna take you. Oh shit! I apologize. And if they hang up, they hang up. But most likely they're gonna like, oh, I'm sorry. So what are we calling me about for? And then you tell them. It's called a pattern.
Yeah, they change their posture.
Pattern up, because if you're being sweet, they'll hang up on you. But when you're like, oh, it's like when your mom calls you by your full name.
I'm
Oh, I'm sorry. What happened? What?
Yeah.
I'm no longer the little guy. I'm
gonna get my ass beat now.
my suffix and my prefix and everything. So yeah, that's basically the conversations that I do when I do cold calls. Like the call, I was here last time. The call for that lady that had the affidavit of heirship. It's a simple call. Hey, my boss, he has a house on the street. I mapped the area so I know what streets are surrounding that house. I labeled a street so that she can have some kind of a what's it called, mapping. Oh yeah, that street is actually down the street, so that creates some of relativity. Yeah, my boss bought a house down the street. I think somebody mentioned that the lady from this house passed, and I'm sorry to hear that. But again, I don't know if you guys are in the market of selling that property. I knew they were in the market for that property. My boss
It builds credibility too.
Yeah, it builds credibility. And you know what? Perfect. You know what? Sounds like you guys gonna keep it. Oh no, we want to sell it because I knew they wanted to sell it. So you basically push them away, knowing you literally have the bag of knowledge over here, but you don't tell them you have this bag of knowledge. But you just literally keep on pushing them that way. So that's one of the things as far as the cold call, because again, for me also it was kind of when I first started doing real estate, cold calling was kind of like, because we were like, you see YouTube, call them, hey, my name is, I'm an investor, I want to buy your house. Click. You get tired of those clicks. Yeah. But when you switched it, hey, I'm just doing a quick follow-up. Did you get that cash offer? If somebody gets that call, like, what the fuck are you talking about, cash offer? See, boom, they didn't hang up on you. Now they're entertaining your conversation. Like, yeah, the cash offer, I think we ended. You shut up because you're assuming that he's expecting your call. Right. He's like, no, I never got a cash offer. Is your house on Main Street? Yeah. Did you talk to my boss? He has a red truck that has that says I buy house on it. No. Then you know what? Is your house the only house on Main Street? Like, no. Yeah. See, what happened is this, and you bring your conversation. They already heard you that your boss buys houses. He bought a house nearby. You made it entertaining that he has a red truck that says I buy houses on it. Again, now it's a conversation that takes 5 minutes, but they hearing you. If they have any type of trigger to sell the house, they're gonna sell it to you because they're hearing the trigger words. Buy houses. He bought a house cash. He drove the area down the street. He's trying to buy a house. So if they're entertaining your conversation for 5 minutes, and if that's a closable deal, you close it. If they're never not gonna sell, never gonna sell. But at least they heard you.
I got it. No, like one of my openers, I kind of add that. Like my partner, he actually drove by a property that he was just working on, and we just noticed yours. Are you interested in a cash offer? Something like that. Something of that nature. Yep.
So that kind of taught me how to not be shy.
No, that's actually really clever because I really like it. I like it. Well, you see my boss's truck. We buy houses, or he just built a house not too far from there.
Houses, again, even for the vacant houses, when we know that the house is vacant, let's say you do the driving for dollars. Bless you, Bruno. You see the drive for dollars, right? And you see a vacant house, and then you call the vacant owner. So, hey, yeah, is this the owner of the house that got broken in on Main Street? You're like, what? Yeah, I think my boss cut a guy on video. He has a house on Main Street down the street, and I think yours are the ones that got broken into. Is this the one that has the broken glass? He's like, what are you talking about? Is my house got broken into? What's your address, sir? Boom, you already got him. Intrigued. You know that he was vacant. Oh, no, sorry. It's probably behind you because I think the one that we have, let's say he tells you my house is 1221 Main Street. Oh, no, his one was 1100 Main Street. But I know crime is crazy in that area, sir, because my boss had to get a squatter out of his house. But why is it vacant? Have you protected or are you going to sell it? Because you got to be careful that crime in that area is going up. And now you're like, oh, shit, I need to sell that shit.
I heard there was gunshots in the area a couple of days ago. What's that all about?
Yeah, I heard somebody shooting at a neighbor that was breaking into another house. Man, the good thing I don't live in that house. There. Yeah. It's all about pattern interrupt, and that's what the Guts and Claude and Justin's pattern interrupt. Catch the people off guard, and you gotta be on your toes. And it's simple. You don't have to know all the tricks, and it's just a conversation. It's like when you're trying to impress your girlfriend, not your girlfriend, your friend that you wanted to be a girlfriend. You're quick on it, smooth and quick, and then
she kind of reminds me.
And then she finds that you suck. But hey, that's past. I got what I wanted. on. To my wife, like, you were all nice when you're like, hey, it worked, right?
Right.
Hey, that's
Well, if
that's
you had a
what
bad relationship, you know, kind of like compared to that, they say, well, you don't want to proceed with this relationship, right? Because this is going to happen, that's going to happen. Kind of like in real estate.
Yeah, I hope you have a good attorney, because man, you're bound to get somebody broken into that house, and you're bound to get the call at 3 a.m. Hey, your house got burned down. I know it happened to my partner, my boss, and he's an asshole, and he cried a little bit. You just bring those little things, and you bring them into the timeline of what's going to happen when the house is vacant. It's vacant, broken into, pay taxes, pay insurance. Somebody breaks down again. You have to go secure it again, cut the grass, maintenance, cut the grass, taxes, and you just put them in the timeline. Well, why do you all, man, you must be a rich guy, Mr. X, because you're paying all these fees for a house that's doing nothing to you. Man, what do you do for a living, sir?
Yeah.
I want to have your money. You're like, oh, no, I'm not rich. I'm just, I don't know what to do with that house. So again, sell it to my boss. Again, make that guy pay. That guy got big insurance money because one of his horses died, and he got a big insurance claim paid to him. So let him spend that money on your house.
I ask people what they're paying for vacant property insurance. And they go, what are you talking about?
I never heard that one before, Steve.
Oh, say that again.
I ask people how much they're paying for vacant property insurance.
Or squatter insurance.
Yeah, because you can't.
I like that.
You can't have somebody in a vacant house with a homeowner's policy.
Right.
After 30 days, it's worthless. So I asked them, well, how much is you must be paying a lot of money. I mean, how much are you paying for the vacant property insurance? And then 9 times out of 10, they go, what the hell is that? Oh,
right.
Another door.
Oh, so you're not protected, huh?
Right.
I don't even go that way. I just add vacant property. Basically, it's a different policy. You just explain that you can't cover the house if it's empty with a homeowner's policy. That's good stuff, man.
Squatter insurance.
Put that in your book. That's write it down.
Yeah.
So all this resonates to those on pre-foreclosures, and they're the ones that actually put their heads in the sand and wait to the last minute. So you're trying to kind of pull them out of there and build those pain points.
That the world stopped running.
They're in pre-foreclosure. Insurance isn't their biggest problem.
Yeah.
This is the landlord or the homeowner that's in between properties or whatever it is, and he's got this house sitting there. He lives in St. Louis, and the house is in.
Gotcha. Vacant homes.
And it's
absentee.
Vacant. There you go. That's the guy you use that on. So.
Gotcha. I figured something. Yeah. I like that.
So again, it's little tricks of the trade, and the thing about the trick of the trade is that you gotta have to use it when it's needed. A lot of people don't use it when it's needed because they're scared, or they're thinking of making sure they're perfect with their words and etc. So they don't mention this. You got to be able to be okay with stumbling and saying the wrong word or mumbling. Since I know Spanish and I know English, my Spanish is my first language. I sometimes mumble between Spanish and English, but I got over it. I don't care. I just bring it up. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. When I got here to the States, again, it took me a long time to learn English. But yeah, sometimes it makes my words. But like I was telling you, yeah, do you have squatter insurance? What's that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, product, because a bunch of people are squatting on this property. So this insurance company got smart and offered squatter insurance.
Is there such a thing?
No, no. Well, I don't know. It's smart to have squatter insurance.
When I get squatters in my house, I do an Irish eviction. That's all. So.
I know it kind of sounds like a Mexican eviction.
I get Vernon down there and a couple other guys, and we have a chat with the tenant, and that's it. Goodbye. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet. I always thought about it, if somebody has live, what's called divorce insurance, that'll be a good product, because a lot of people might not work, and you have divorce insurances. You know what? Smart. But yeah, as far as real estate, guys, it's just got to be able to think on your toes. Don't take yourself too don't take yourself too serious. Be able to, again, have a trigger. Okay, I got to ask him this. No matter how I ask him, but I got to make sure that I ask him this 4 questions. And that's it. Again, and being able to pinpoint which leads are better. If you're starting off, pre-foreclosure are key because people need to sell at that level. So it's just a matter of knocking on the door and again, when I first started doing this, I'm trying to buy your house. It was hard. But then when I now that I have the guys that I go knock on doors, is my boss send me over here. And they don't get upset at me. But like, no, my boss sent me over here. Again, I just got fired from this fucking retail company because they went down. But my boss sent me over here to knock on this door and told me, and literally you can put a paper. Yeah, he told me to tell you that I think your house is at the auction block for next month. Do you want to sell or do you want to lose? What do you mean? Like, yeah, I have this on my, literally you can have a paper. Yeah, that's what he sent me to give you. Okay. So you want to lose? Okay, lose. And he like, you make it so simple that it's not you. You're just somebody that knocks on the door and shows a paper. You're just the communicator between A and B. You're the little kid. Hey, go tell your mom that whatever.
It must be different in Texas. I think if you do that in New Jersey, it's gonna go a little different.
You think so? No, hey.
It's gonna go a little different.
I have my gun in my truck. Again, we have guns. Like in Texas, I probably out of 10 people, 9 have guns that I know.
Hey,
Okay.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know next week because I'm gonna be doing that next week.
The biggest difference is will you live in a judicial or a non-judicial state? Judicial, it drags. Mr. Ace is in Texas, and it's very quick. Very
Right.
quick. So,
21 days. It's like an eviction.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I just started maybe in the last 3 weeks actually marketing to pre-foreclosures because my experience with pre-foreclosures, you can go there and knock on a door, and sometimes you can sit down and have a conversation with them, and then they'll bring out all the mailers that they got from the different investors and stuff. It's a very, very highly competitive niche in real estate.
Yeah. But do you still see foreclosures go through in your area, Vernon?
In Pennsylvania, yes. In New Jersey, I think they just started giving out dates, maybe in the last 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks. But prior to that, I don't think they were giving out dates. So I would say at least like 9 months of last year or 10 months of last year, they were not, at least 9 months of last year, they were not giving out no dates as far as auctions.
Now, let me just tell you this for pre-foreclosures. You just have to get in your car, go into the city hall where they, be friends with the people in there. And every month they do a list. And you just got to be like, I got this lady, I've been dealing with her for 10 years as an agent. So if I go in there and say, I need a list of all the pre-foreclosures that's getting ready to come up in the recent, she'll let you know the date. And you just go there every time, and they'll give you a list. So that way you'll know.
Yeah.
Rosalind, how far are you from Rhode Island?
It's about like 45 minutes from Rhode Island.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Hey, everybody use me. I'm all down for it.
I got deals in Rhode Island because it's a non-judicial state, and I can do financing there. I won't touch Massachusetts. You guys scare the hell out of me up there.
Yeah, it scares me too, but you know what? I'll come to Rhode Island and see you.
Yeah, Rhode Island's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, no problem. La casa, mucho dinero en la casa, no problem.
There you go.
I'm not Spanish, but I learned Spanish enough to close the deal.
You have to learn it, right?
And enough to build that trust, right?
That's it. Sometimes, a lady, she spoke nothing but fluent Spanish, but I sold her a house. The house is, need a lot of work and stuff, but her and her mother, they was like, what you saying? K? And I used my app. I did everything, signed the deal, I made $5,000. It is what it is. They say dinero, poquito dinero, they're happy. Little bit of money, okay.
There we go. Hey, you gotta learn to make money, right?
Yeah.
Well, I bought that stick translator. It goes from English to Spanish.
Oh, really?
Between any two languages. But I used that when I was down in Florida last, renting out my houses, and everybody down in that area was Spanish. And when you can communicate with people, they laugh, they smile, because now we can actually have a conversation. So it worked out really well.
I'm looking for some partners that will deal with me for Springfield, because Springfield got so many vacant properties and commercial properties. I think it's a gold mine, and people are afraid to touch it. you know, but it's like where you at certain, you know, the cost is like 200,000, 150, 775,000. But what's happening there, they have like 20 Mexicans that live in the house, but they fix up your house for free just so you can keep them living there. They'll keep their house like immaculate. They have it beautiful. They'll if you give a couple of Mexicans in there and say you can live here free to, you know, manage my property, you know, you don't have to pay rent, but the other 3 floors and stuff, because they have like 4 units, 6 units. I had tied up a property for $150,000. It was 150 unit property, but I was gonna buy from this gentleman in Rhode Island, a tanning salon, but I wanted to turn it into his hairstyling salon. But when I found out, I was interviewing, I sat there for a week chilling with the brother, buying him lunch and everything. But I was interviewing everybody that was coming in and out of the vendors and everything. He owed more money than it was in the kitchen sink. So I gelled out the deal. So I lost me the deal. There was 250,000 that was closing in 10 days in Springfield. Cash buyer from Chelsea. That devastated me. I didn't do real estate for almost a year and a half. That killed me because I didn't want to buy a tan salon. I tied it up for $100 and I told him I want the deal. I mean, he was doing that deal. So he had the cash buyer. So he threw me out the deal. That's crazy. But I am looking for somebody, if anybody's interested, maybe one of you all, let's get that market, man.
How far away are you from that area?
Oh, I'm just 2 or 3 hours, but you know, I'll stay there for the weekend if we have to, you know, get a hotel, you know what I mean? It's going to make us some money. Yeah.
Yeah. Springfield, Mass.
Yeah, Springfield, Mass. As you can see, I'm working and talking to y'all. I got 2 headsets on, so you know I ain't afraid to talk to nobody. But
there you go.
You know what I mean? So let's get the job done.
You need to work on that. You're shy. You need to work on that.
Yeah, no, Steve, you're doing pretty good. You're not shy at all. I
said here, I says you're shy. You got to work.
Oh no, I'm not shy at all, man. And you know what I'm saying, I'm going for the. I don't think about anything money. I look at it like this gentleman here with his age. I wear my shades and everything. Watch my Facebook. You see me. I got shade, braids. I change my personality all the time. You know, different look, different image. So no one can catch me because everything I do in the trust, you know, LLC. So they ain't gonna catch me. But the main thing is that, you know, it's just a matter of, you know, closed mouth never got you fed. I always just deal with everything in the moment. The moment's just the moment. If that's the moment I'm gonna get a good deal, even if it's gonna be a yes or no, I'm not afraid. I'm gonna go there anyways. They can put a gun to my head and I say, well, there's only 2 things you can do to me.
Trust used all the time up in Massachusetts?
Yes. There's a lot of stuff they do in Massachusetts. There's a lot of investors. There's a big competition out here. But I think this team, we can take over this market if we all just stick together. Teamwork is the dream work. If we all can stick together in JV with all of us, no matter what, every dollar adds up to thousands. You know what I mean? And then thousands end up to millions, and then millions, and then we all billionaires. It's so much out here. It's so much in Massachusetts, but because everybody's doing it wrong, they're getting caught. Their deals are going thing. They get the wrong attorneys. You all are teaching the right way. Speak to the right attorneys. Do things. If you do everything right and legit, you're golden. You know.
Yep. Yeah, I gotta get your number for sure. Network.
Yeah. Especially you, Vernon, because I got family in New Jersey. My sister can be out there. We all could take over that market too.
Oh boy.
Because she already got like 3 or 4 properties out there. She's starting her investment, and she's a head nurse out there, and her husband is a cab driver out there. So we can take over that market too. I don't have to be there. I already got my team ready and armed and dangerous. Let's go.
There you go. A fire starter. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because I'm tired of working. As you see, I'm tired of working. So, you know, I'm starting all over again. You know what I mean? Just to let you all know, you know, I was doing good and everything. Life got in the way. I'm starting all over. I don't owe nobody. I'm debt free. Thank God. Now I'm just starting. Everything I get now will be savings for my retirement. You know, as you all can see, I'm sweet 18. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you had that energy, you have that hunger to catch up, which is good. That's the best type of strategy.
Well, right. And see, my back is against the wall. All I can do is go forward. My back's against the wall. Like I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I want to go to the beach when I want to go to the beach. I did that for 10 years. I want to go where I want to go. You know, I love my job. I love my people, but I'm tired. You know, I want to spend the rest of my year. You know, I caught that virus, that coronavirus. I could have been dead. Y'all wouldn't even been on here talking to y'all. I take life at a whole different avenue now. You know what I mean? I'm going to see Vernon in New Jersey. We're going to have some coffee and some lobster. Going to see the to teach you. I'm going to go Steve in I want to go over Newport in Rhode Island. You know, we go and you have your cigar. I'll have my Corona with lime. That's the only thing I love. You know. And then see Mr. Cruz there. Mr. Cruz, what area are you in? I always hear you talk about what area are you in? Cruz.
Alessio.
Oh,
Alessio.
me? Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yes, so I do Virginia, Idaho.
Oh,
I
nice.
do Utah,
Oh.
Oregon.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I'm always like to venture out and other states, but it's got to be like competitive because you just know that it's a hot market, and if you know, like if you guys need help, you know, like the manager situation, you know, let me pass it to my partner, see if we can close some deals.
Yeah.
Heck, I'm all up for that. Or maybe you didn't get the deal. Maybe I can take a crack at it and see if I can do a deal and we can split the deal.
Right. And the other thing for mindset for all of you all, your market is your market. Forget about never focus on what everybody else is doing. You just take what everybody else is doing and put in your own plan that you could be. Always say, you know, you're going to be better than that person. You're going to get the deal. Don't never, ever, ever, ever in your life say the market it could be a hot market or it could be a bad market, but the market is yours no matter what. If you want it, the law of attraction, you got it. That's it.
There you go.
Well, let's see. What kind of deals you look for?
I look for any deal that's going to give me, like Hector, yeah, Cruz. What kind of deals you looking for?
I have to go, gentlemen. Have to go, everybody.
Hey, Werner. See you later.
Well, wholesale deals are pretty house deals. A lot of that's happening over here in Idaho. That market, man, those assignment fees are pretty big. So if we can close out on those deals and we can network on those, you know, pass the lead over to each other and try to close them. A lot of wholesaling, a lot of pretty house wholesaling, people buying under subject to, which I haven't done yet, but I do got the paperwork for that, but I just haven't done it yet. So I just got to see the process done. A lot of people doing subject to for so you can pass the deal over to a flipper. I've seen similar scenarios, so I'm assuming that's probably what's popping.
Someone selling a house where they've got 100% equity in it. You just can't make their price.
Yeah.
So what do you do with those deals? They won't. You try and get them to sell or finance it. No, even the short term.
No, seller. Yeah, so seller finance as well. I mean, I'll do the option. A lot of that's going on over here. Lease option, sandwich lease options. A lot of Californians are actually doing that as well. So I'm seeing a lot of action over here. A wholesale. If you guys would like to find to do wholesale deals, there's some large assignments for sure over here. So I just wanted to give you guys a little heads up on that. What's that?
What state are you in?
I'm in Idaho.
Okay.
Yep.
And there's people living.
That could be your boots on the ground as well. I mean, I like to call people up if I can't close them. I would like a team to actually try to close them as well. Maybe take a crack at them as well. I do a lot of probate as well. I go to the county and actually pull a list individually. So it's competitive, but a deal can be done if you can get to it first.
Yep. That's right.
I look for deals where I can be either the bank. I want to be the bank on one end or the other. Either if I bring in private money or I set up a seller finance type of thing with my buyer, I look for it that way. Those are the deals, and I can pay more for a house than most people can. I can pay. You're looking for $300,000 for your house. If I structure the deal right, I give you $310, sell it for $295, and still make money.
Yep.
Scratch your head on that one, you know. So
yeah,
it's and Ace knows it's all in the terms. I love term deals, you know. I'm getting too old to freaking work and do rehabs. Oh, forget it. I'm done.
Gotcha.
Know
Yeah.
what you mean.
Yep.
Hey, Ace, quick question.
Go on, brother.
On the foreclosed deal, if the foreclosure is listed with an agent, is it a good deal, or what do we do with that?
Call the owner. I always call the owner. I don't mind. Again, my fiduciary duty is not to nobody. I'm not an agent. I call the owner. And if the owner tells you to call the agent, then yeah, call the agent. This property itself that I'm sitting in, I call the owner. I had called the owner before.
Okay.
I negotiated with the owner with the owner, and had the owner negotiate with the agent.
Okay.
And the agent wasn't moving the property. Right? If it's a pre-foreclosure, it has to move. So again, and the good thing about I'm not an agent. There's no fiduciary duty to nobody. I just got the number. I didn't even know that it was an agent involved, and then go from there.
Can you call the agent straight and then negotiate with them?
Yeah, let's say you call the agent. The thing about the agent, again, how does the agent get paid?
If they sell it.
Or the top value. So he's not gonna give you the lowest value that the seller will take.
Hmm.
You know, they say the seller told him I took 100. The agent will start at 150.
Mm-hmm.
And again, supposedly the agent has the fiduciary duty to show any offers to the seller, but most of the times they don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if they don't, again, give an agent an offer. Just the easiest way, call the agent. Hey, you know what? I'll give you 100K for this house. No, that's too low. Okay, we'll show it to the owner. I'll call you back tomorrow. You call him back tomorrow. Hey, did you show it to the owner? No, I didn't have a chance. Okay, perfect. Then you skip trace him. You call the owner directly. Hey, yeah, I spoke to your agent yesterday. Gave him a cash offer of 100K. I don't know if it worked for you. You see?
Yeah.
If you want to go that way. But again, the good thing about offers is just throwing verbal offers. You can throw any kinds of verbal offers. Throw the offers of the number that works for you minus 20K. Let's not be scared of, oh, they're gonna shut me off. Like, hey, yeah, at 80K I can make money. I wish I can pay you the 150 and make money, but again, I'll probably be homeless for the next 3 years if I do that.
Yeah.
So you gotta be like that especially with an agent. I mean, an agent, again, they get paid on the selling it for the highest value. All right, guys, we've been here for an hour and 20 minutes almost. Any other questions before we leave? Any other questions for Friday? Targets for Saturday and Sunday? I got one of my houses sold, which is good. I have the other one sold for 139. I paid the attorney for those 3 foreclosures that I'm working on. I got 2 more that I got to talk to and negotiate something with them. So it's going to be a busy, good week. I had a late night and an early morning, so a bunch of Red Bull and aspirins for me to stay as focused as I can. But again, I'm not there at the level yet so that I can quit yet. So I'm still in my working years. Any questions, guys? Any suggestions? Any tips? Hey, Rosalind, thank you. This is the first time that I actually talked to you. Great energy.
Yes. And I'm an agent, y'all. So I'm gonna tell you the agent side of the story. We have to, no matter what, we have to always, if the offer is real low, we have to present the offer to the seller. Because it was a couple of the deals, even though someone gave a high offer on the property, we end up getting the person, like an investor, to close the deal because the person finances was horrible and the investor had a cash offer. So always put in your offer, because they might come back and say, oh, do you still want to put an offer on the property? Because especially if they're motivated to move the property. That's something I can give you a tip on as an agent.
There we go. And always when you do send an offer, send an email to them, right. So you have history.
Right. Hey, they do get back to you. Trust me. I seen.
Sorry, what leads are those?
For any property you want to put an offer on.
When you put offers in, don't be lowball it. But us as agents, I'm an agent too, but I'm an investor first, and I always disclose that. So I'm always protect myself for the fiduciary relationship that he's talking about in Massachusetts. As long as you disclose that, you're safe. Right. Because there's a lot of investors in Massachusetts, they believe in investing. So we're safe over here. But the main thing is when you put an offer, and always just put an offer in. your offer might get accepted because it might not get it. If not now, when? So what I'm saying is that it might go through. Because a lot of people's finances today, people get finances, their finances is horrible. It don't even go through, and they got to move the property because they already bought another property. Like I had a person, they had a property in Brockton, they need to sell it real quick because they bought a parcel in Easton and they tied it up, and them people are ready to move too. So to avoid the embarrassment of them with the new house, they just accept the offer. They take the loss, and that's it. Just a tip. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been. Yeah, I usually send in like if I can get their email, I send in like 3 options. 2 of them I do know how to do, except for the subject to, like to take over the payments. So I kind of do that, but I haven't got anything out of it yet. But some good
it's a volume
practices though.
number. If it's listed, it's just a matter of a numbers game. You got to put a lot on.
Right. Oh, what was the agent? What was your name again?
Rosalind?
Rosalind, you there?
Beaumont, yeah. She's on a call.
Yeah, what headset do you got on?
I think she's on a call right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she has 2 headsets. Yeah, one with us, but then she's on a call with another person.
Gotcha.
Hustling.
No, I was just gonna ask her what headset she's using because she sounds very crisp and clear, and I'm having an issue with I've gone through so many headsets, man.
I bet you.
Hey,
What's going on, Jimmy?
how you doing? What renters insurance do you use?
I don't do rental properties. I do a bunch of owner finance. Maybe Steve knows a little bit of renters insurance.
Oy. It's a nightmare because they really don't cover much. I've got one insurance company I'm suing down in Florida for 2 claims they owe me $80,000 on. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend anybody. What state are you in, Jimmy? Because we lost them.
Florida.
Oh, good luck. That's where my stuff is in Florida.
Good luck. Yeah, my strategy, Jimmy, is I wrap and I don't rent. They're all owners, so they have their own policy, owner's policy.
Well, if you're renting, Jimmy, what part of Florida? He's back off again. Hello, Jimmy.
Yeah.
What part of Florida?
Please say Tampa, Florida. I know some buyers up there.
That buyers in Tampa. Man, oh man.
He's gone.
Man, there's huge buyers over there.
Yeah.
I'm here.
What part of Florida are you looking for insurance?
Miami.
There you go.
The broker I use, one of them is out of Cape Coral, Florida, on the West Coast, and the agency that does the underwriting is in Miami, I think. So I have to go stumbling around to find it. But next time, if you're on this meeting, ask me, and I'll get you the information on it. Or send me an email, sunrisecredit@yahoo.com. I'll give you the guy I use. I think they all suck, to be honest with you, but that's the way it goes.
Yeah. All insurance
The
companies.
types of insurance they offer, and the difference in the premiums is off the charts. So I don't know which one of these guys is the bigger crook than the next, but whatever. Some of the properties I have down there, all I buy is liability insurance. If I've got a cement block house and it's on a slab and it's 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, 2 baths, there's only so much damage you can do to this damn house. So I just buy liability insurance for them. You know, some of the homes that they've gone up in value, yeah, I'll buy some insurance for them. But some of them, I mean, I bought them when there was blood in the streets down there. So, I mean, it didn't pay to buy a $3,000 insurance policy on a home you paid $20,000 for. So, but time has gone on. Let me know. If you need it, let me know. Send me an email.
There we go.
Oh.
All right, guys. Great call. Again, let's have a great Friday, Saturday, and a Sunday, and let's see how Monday turns out, and let's have a good weekend, guys.
Okay.
All right, Arturo.
You the man.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
the call,
Arturo.
guys.
Likewise, guys. You guys be safe.